Good afternoon, Mr. Green.
Good evening. How are you, Mr. Mayor and City Council members? I come before you this evening, maybe with a little history and some disgust. I came to Fort Miles in 1953.
Let me just interrupt you. Can you hear him back there? I didn't think so. John, if you could turn it up a little bit, and Mr. Green, if we could ask you to speak up just a little bit.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Now
I came to Fort Miles in 1953, and I had flashbacks when I read the article a few days ago, because in 1953, we were Negroes back in those days. That was before we became black and then later African Americans. And Negroes were not allowed downtown after 6 p.m. unless your white boss gave you a note or some type of pass that would identify you being downtown. In 1968, I think maybe Mr. Henderson had not arrived, but his father-in-law was the mayor of Fort Miles. He was the mayor that built this building, and I worked very closely with him. And he was the first to invite Negroes, as we still were. After Martin Luther King was assassinated, he invited us to hold a memorial service in what was then the exhibition hall. Even in defiance of the city council told him that we would tear the place apart and that Fort Miles would burn down and the white citizens would cause a lot of problem if blacks was allowed there. But Oscar Corbin stood with us and sung, "Holding our hands, we shall overcome." And I was somewhat disturbed when I heard my city council person, the person that represents the ward in which I live, one who I thought I had a beautiful relationship with, not even speak to me about it and decide that he was going to recommend some discriminatory legislation. And call it what you may, it may not have meant to be racist, but any time you start to addressing a problem based upon cultural, you're heading down a very slippery slope. And those of us who are old enough to have been part of what it was like during those dreadful segregation days is easy offended. So I am easy offended when you start. I understand some of these young people who never faced what I faced, who never watched the dogs, and who never went to back doors, who were never treated less than human because of the color of your skin. I can understand them not understanding, but I'm very offended, even to the point of being hurt, because I felt that we had worked so hard and we came so far, and diversity in Fort Miles had proven that it can work and that we can all live together as brothers and sisters in harmony. And if you thought it was something that need to be done, I think we due enough respect to at least talk about it first. But to go public with such, and to pass a law, I don't tend to become radical like many who say that, well, maybe the policeman was playing rap music or some other type music. Maybe they made a mistake. And I would hope that that's what happened in the case of my council person, just plain made a mistake. Because it is certainly not good to identify. You know, if you stop rap music, and I don't listen to it myself. I don't like rap music. I have grandchildren and great-grandchildren who probably do. But when you stop them from their rap music, you're going to stop me from singing my church hymns after a while. You know, I have spoke all over the country for the Ku Klux Klan to be able to march. Because ever you stop the Ku Klux Klan from marching, you're going to stop SCLC and the NAACP from marching. So all of our rights and all of our freedom is so interconnected with each other until we cannot one do anything except we affect the other. Ever you stop hip-hop, then I won't be able to sing quartet. Or I won't be able to, because it's somebody who disagree and dislike no matter what you do. So I hope that you would not even think of passing this legislation, because you're heading down a slippery slope. And you'll just cause me at 75 years old to lose some more sleep and to head right up to Atlanta to sit down with our young counsel to take you right to court. And you need that money to pay police officers and firemen with. I thank you very much.